America, lives and trains out of West Palm Beach. 25-4 record. That was made early on against limited opposition. Lately, it's been all top shelf. His recent stretch of work covers 3 years of 3 losses. One to light heavy king Roy Jones. The others, the controversial stoppage and rematch against Darius Mikuszewski. Teddy's tips for the tall and strong Richard Hall.
Well, number one is a simple one. Fight tall, keep distance. Don't fall in close. Punch from the proper range on the outside, and don't let your feet fall in. Number two, a little movement and a jab. That's the key. Don't stand right in front of the dangerous puncher. He needs to be set to punch, so move, keep him off balance, use the jab, off the movement, keep him at bay. And finally, don't be afraid to tie him up if you get close. We want an exciting fight. We're sure we're going to get one, but you should just want to win. So that means if Mr. KO gets in close, don't let him work. Grab him and wait until the ref puts you on the outside again.
Richard Hall, 31 years old, a 10-year professional. He's coming off that fight last September against Darius Mikuszewski. His opponent, Julian Letterlough. After a 7-year prison term, he is now 5 years into his pro boxing career. At 5'9½", gives up that height advantage to Richard Hall. Mr. KO, 19-3-2. 18 of the 19 wins have come by way of knockout. His last 5 fights include the shot at then-champ Vasily Girov's cruiser crown. Since then, he has settled back at 175 pounds, and most recently had a knockout in March. Teddy's tips for the big swinging Julian Letterlough.
Number one, he's tall and there's a lot of body there. Hit it. He's long and lean. Get close and go downstairs and take away his mobility and his height. Number two, take one to give two. We know your style is to walk in and take some punishment as you're looking to dish some out. Just make sure when you do get caught or you do block the punches, come right back with your own punches and you'll catch him posing a little bit. And finally, land the right hand on the southpaw, but don't forget to come back with that devastating left hook. Get as close as you can and let the right hand go on the southpaw, but also come back with that powerful left hook just in case the right hand misses.
The instructions in the dressing room. I just want to remind you, no hitting on a break, no hitting after the belt, and don't hit a man when he's down. Hold that shot. Guys, 10 rounds. Very good.
All right, Dick Flaherty, pleased to give out the instructions. Julian Letterlough against Richard Hall, scheduled for 10 rounds. Mr. KO looking to come up with an impressive win tonight against Richard Hall, whose recent work has been against Roy Jones and 2 times against Darius Mikuszewski. And Teddy, Richard Hall is extremely confident. It seems that he has not 1 ounce of respect for what Julian Letterlough brings into the ring.
Well, he better have at least 2 ounces of respect for that power of Letterlough. Because this is the kind of fight that Hall can be winning all the way through with his size and his height and his better skills and his better technique. And then all of a sudden he can be asking somebody what happened. So he better have some respect for that power. Don't get me wrong, Hall has power too. But Letterlough's only been knocked out 1 time, and that was for the cruiserweight title, a bigger man, the world champion, Vasily Girov at the time. Hall's been knocked out 4 times.
First thing you notice when you see these two in the ring, the 6-inch edge for Richard Hall.
And if that's not enough, add to it that the edge is with a southpaw fighter. But Hall's given up his height already. Watch the feet. And then you'll see whether or not he's got height. He didn't have height there. Why? Because his feet fell in, Joe. When he punched, he didn't stay anchored. If you're a fisherman and you want to stay in a certain spot with that boat, you better set the anchor so you don't float away.
Oh, Julian Letterlough with a big left hand in his first round.
This is probably going to be over. We'll see. Too much time left. A lot of time left. We just talked about it, Joe. Hall not using his height, letting Letterlough get close. And if Letterlough can get close, he can hit you. And if he can hit you, he can say good night.
He got him with another left there, but he grappled him to the canvas. Mr. KO with a big left hand halfway through this first round, and he's got a lot of time to work with, Teddy.
Smart move there by Hall. grabbing him and bringing him to the ground. He just saved himself and gave himself 12 seconds to get his head clear. Doing the right thing, getting close with his no room to punch and tying up. Now don't forget, Hall can punch too. And Letterlough can be wide coming in. Oh! And there's a knockdown. We just said it. Just said it. Hall can punch too. And Letterlough gets wide. And as he gets wide, he gets nailed his shot. I think a left hand in between the shots.
Can you believe this? They are trading knockdowns in round number 1. Richard Hall and Julian Letterlough. As advertised so far.
Both guys have power. This fight might come down to who has the better chin. Or who's the first or the last to land. Letterlough has been hurt by that left hand.
Straight left hand came in, backed it up with a little uppercut as they now trade against the ropes.
Now, good work by Hall, but one bad thing, he's in close. And that means he's in the punching range of Letterlough, not using his height.
All right. Teddy, halfway through that first round, it was Julian Letterlough with the left hand.
And we were talking about distance, height. We're talking about Hall is not using his height. He's too close, and he gets caught the best punch of Letterlough. The big left hook.
Then Letterlough goes down afterwards.
You're going to see a wide punch. Watch the wide punches. There's a wide punch, and as I thought, a straight left hand by the better technique of Hall. A straight left hand inside that wide shot of Letterlough. We had just finished saying that Letterlough is wide, Hall can punch, and he got an opportunity to even that round up on the scorecards.
Friday night fights, an explosive night of action so far from the Cape Cod Melody Tent. Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas with you. Round number 2 between Letterlough and Richard Hall. In that first round, every punch landed was a power shot. There was not one jab. Letterlough coming out strong again. Seemed to have gathered himself in between the first and second round. Richard Hall still targeting that straight left from the 6'3.5" southpaw. There it is.
And there's the distance, using a long punches, but now he's in close. And when he's in close, we know Letterlough has a good chin. Oh, but good power there. And the referee is stopping it. Not giving Letterlough, who has shown the ability to come back in the past, not giving him that opportunity to come back and stopping this fight. And some people are going to say, you know they're going to say, too quick.
He had come from behind wins against Demetrius Jenkins. He had a come from behind win against Max Heyman. He will not get the opportunity tonight as Richard Hall smothers him early on in the second round after scoring a knockdown in the final minute of the first round, and referee Dick Flaherty ends the fight.
Give a lot of credit to Hall to be in this position. Whether you believe it should have been stopped or not, to be in this position after getting dropped with a devastating punch in the first round with a lot of time left. I, for one, was doubtful whether or not he could survive that round. He did. He showed heart. He showed smartness. He saved some time, dragging Letterlough to the ground, saving a little time, tying up, and then he was able to get Letterlough and score a knockdown in that first round when he had Letterlough, who's always wide, who always forgets about defense. He was able to catch him and get back into the fight. And then this round, Hall uses his height, uses his southpaw left hand, and you're going to see right here, with good distance, he blinds with that right jab, and then with good distance, he gets full extension on that left hand. He hurts Letterlough, stays right on him. A lot of these punches are missing. Letterlough has been hurt, but you can see he's got his wits about him. He's trying to get away from the shots. He's hurt a little bit, but there's going to be a lot of questions made on whether or not that should have been stopped. Another look, the left hand, legitimate punch from distance with the taller man. Now the taller man comes in, tries to close the show, knows he's got a dangerous guy in front of him, wants to get rid of him, doesn't want to give him a chance to catch him. So he's opening up. Most of these punches are being navigated around. That one on top of the head, one of those right hooks on top of the head, made Letterlough fall forward a little bit, and that's when the referee stepped in and stopped it.
We will talk to Richard Hall when we come back to Friday Night Fights. More from Cape Cod to come your way. A TKO win for Richard the Destroyer Hall. This was the scene in our main event, the second round. After they traded knockdowns in the first round, Richard Hall jumps all over Julian Letterlough, and the fight is stopped 47 seconds into the second round for a TKO win for the guy standing right in between myself and Teddy Atlas. Richard Hall, congratulations on what was a very exciting 3 minutes and 47 seconds. How do you feel about that one?
Oh, I feel good. You know, I've been wanting to come back for the longest time. I've been hoping and praying that to get a fight back in the United States after what I've been going through in Germany. And I'm glad that Julian Letterlough accepted my challenge. And I'm very appreciated, and I'm glad, and just want to thank all my fans and thank my lawyer, David Slusko, for stood behind me all these years. And I am back, and I want to just tell Antonio Tavo, it's about time he stopped talking and put his foot where the play was supposed to be at.
Richard, you got these great dreams. We're happy for you. But in that first round, what was going through your mind when you were on the floor and you were getting up and there was all that much time left?
Oh, what was going through my mind? There was nothing going through my mind. All I know, I just got up. You know, it was like a flash knockdown. I didn't hurt or nothing. But I just got up and I said, I'm going to kill him, you know?
Did you have it in your head that you would watch films that he gets reckless, that he's wide, I'm going to get a chance to nail him?
Yes. Yes, I studied a couple of his film. First time I studied guys, and it paid off because all I know, he always try to jump in the first round with a left hook, with a trick with a right and then jump with a left hook. And tonight I fell for it, and he stunned me a little bit, put me on the canvas, but I got up and put him back down. You know, that's what it's supposed to be.
Show the champion's heart.
Yes.
Richard, congratulations very much on your impressive win tonight against Julian Letterlough. He's now 26-4 with 25 KOs.